There should just be. Yeah, I love the logo. There's actually should just be 2 of them there because one never shows up.
Who made it?
Ken made it. Chaotic made it. So explain yourself, Bugsy. Why were you late?
I'm sorry. I did wake up at 10 a.m. and then I saw the text by Ken when he said, "Can we get together at 10:30?" And I was like, "Oh, okay. I can, shut my eye for like 5 more minutes." And that 5 minutes became
an hour and
almost
10
an
minutes.
hour. So my apologies.
Right.
I was late today.
Yeah, it's funny because this guy's the first one to be like, "Look, if you can't make it, dude, we're gonna do it without you."
That is true. I did implement that, and I'm glad you guys went ahead.
See, exactly. But here's the point, though. Here's the point for that. Why were you up so late?
Last night,
Yeah.
I was up with you.
Doing what? And I'm here on time. but that's not the point. What were you doing? What were we doing?
We were playing Call of Duty till like 3 a.m.
Okay, beside Call of Duty, then what other thing we were doing?
We were also on whatnot.
Right.
Yeah.
Doing that's an expensive hobby, don't you think? Like
it's a very expensive.
What's the hobby?
Like what? Like the definition of it?
Yeah. What's your hobby that you like? The hobby that you're talking about?
Breaking into sports cards, trying to get very rare autographs from big time players. That is the hobby.
Regardless of whatever sport, right? Like that you're talking
Baseball,
about.
basketball, and football specifically within those 3 sports. Yeah.
And that is our topic today.
Oh, is it really?
Yes, it is.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
All right. Actually, this was brought up about by D. Goody. He talked about Henry Cavill talking about what
Warhammer 40K.
Yeah.
And it piqued my interest, and then I looked into it, and then I realized how expensive Warhammer 40K is.
Do you know what Warhammer 40K is?
It's a game, right?
It's a tabletop game, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen like him like building stuff, or like he's supposed to be a part of a live action show.
Yeah, he's gonna be part of a live action.
Okay.
If you don't know what that is, it's pretty much chess played with figurines.
Got it.
And then there's just like a rule book of abilities and things like that you follow.
Oh, okay.
That's all it is. And then
it's basically Dungeons and Dragons, but they are focused more on the miniatures. I don't know if you noticed this though. Like,
and this is an old game.
It's a very old
Okay.
game. Yeah. So it's basically like the next level to D&D where there's a actual like toys
figures.
And terrain.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's just combat. There's no story. Right. Well, there's a lore to it, but whenever you play the tabletop game, it's just the combat part.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're getting into this.
I thought about it, and then I realized it's too expensive.
Why? Like, how many parts do you have to buy?
Okay, so we talked about this before, right? You have the miniatures, you have the terrain, okay? You have the board, which can be really expansive. It can go as far as like a beer pong table or even more.
Yep, it can be very big.
And you can't start the game without all these pieces.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
as opposed to D&D, I feel like it's more integral to the game. The game.
You just need a pen and a paper, and for D&D, and then you can kind of use programs and stuff like that, or like substitute things.
Well, how much are we talking about, D-Buster?
Put it this way: each figurine is, and I just barely looked into it. This is to my understanding of how the game works.
Yep.
Each figurine has like a point system to it. An army can consist of about like 300, 400, 500 points, right? So an average army, like 100, you can spend $100,
Yeah.
and you can reach like just 150 points. So you don't have enough to make an army.
That's not enough.
No. And
Good
that's
God.
to go back
Yeah.
to, you get terrain, you can get like these buildings to use to block line of sights, and these holes, and you paint them, airbrushes.
Well, if Warhammer figures were equivalent to the amount that we have spent in the sports hobby, then we'd have a top-tier army in this game.
Sure.
Actually, no.
We're not even close?
We're not even close.
That's good.
Let's talk about the top 10, okay? Let's talk about the cheapest piece of a Warhammer piece.
Okay.
Okay.
So, standing at 10, it's the KX-139 Ta'unar Supremacy Armor. That's at $600.
The armor?
Yeah.
So not even the person?
The toy. The toy. It's a fucking... It's just a piece.
it's a figurine.
Yeah.
So if
That's
it's
the lowest at top 10.
that's the lowest piece of equipment
top
you can
10, yeah.
have
Yes.
for $600.
No, we're talking about there's other pieces.
There's other
like
pieces
several
that are
dollars.
cheaper.
Okay.
We're talking about top 10 most expensive pieces.
Got
At
it.
number 10,
It's only
it's
$600.
$600.
That's ridiculous.
For just for a little...
I thought you could say the same thing to me about cardboard, but
Yeah,
continue.
we'll get to there though. We'll get to that point. So specifically at number 1, it's actually a ship, and that ship is known as the Manta, and it costs $2,415.
You were willing to go this far?
No, I was not. No, I was not.
You nerdy degenerate.
No.
But much like more miniatures, they're like inch by inch, like cubic feet or whatever. This one spans 2
my
feet
God.
wingspan. It's 2 feet in its size, so it could cover the majority of a board.
Henry owns all this?
No,
He's
he
got
doesn't.
the money.
No,
He
he has the. He
has the
definitely has the
money, though.
money.
Okay, he has the
Okay.
money, man.
But like, he talked about it a little bit. If you watch his interview and someone talks to him about his Warhammer 40K, he has like this pile of figurines that he hasn't touched yet. Because in order for it to be like competitive, it has to be painted. You
Got
won't.
it.
You can't play grays.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Wait, how much
Yeah.
was the ship at 9?
At 9,
Yeah, that was number 9, right?
that was not 9. That,
That
was
was
number 1.
that was number 1.
Oh, well, how much was it?
$2,415.
Jesus Christ.
Unpainted.
For a ship.
Unpainted.
Unpainted ship.
Yes.
What if it was painted?
And that's like what we were talking about it before we started streaming. That's not including labor. Like you have to paint it and
Yeah.
the time that goes.
Oh,
into
That is
painting
that
it.
is the most expensive thing for Warhammer. You're spending not only like money and everything like that,
Yeah.
but time to purchase them.
Oh my God.
You know, so
That's a crazy. As I thought about it, and I was like, that's a crazy hobby,
That's
expensive.
That's a new level of new level of degen. I mean, you think about it, man. You put a lot of money into these figurines, and they're all ranked. They even have,
Some
I
people
mean,
spend like.
but you have to play. You have to use them.
You got
have to
yeah.
implement
You
them.
You can't
That's what makes
just
them
like collect
expensive.
them. Okay.
Yeah, you buy them to play them.
Oh my God.
But you know, after this conversation, it got me to thinking though, like what is like the list of the most like expensive hobbies there could possibly be?
Oh,
That's it. Okay.
Yeah, well, not one of them though. Like,
can I guess?
You want to guess?
Can I guess?
All right,
Yeah.
let's start with specifically like let's do the top. I want to say 6.
6. I want to say trading card games.
Hey, it's not even on the top
Not
10.
even in the top 10.
Not
Really?
even on the top
Yeah,
10.
that's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Because I was thinking,
That's what I was
like
thinking.
the Black Lotus is like what? Like
$14,000.
yes,
Yes.
trading card games aren't.
So trading card doesn't even crack in the top 10.
Yeah, but to specifically
makes me feel
actually
better.
talk a little bit more about what the Black Lotus is.
Okay.
It's a Magic the Card game.
The
Gathering, yeah.
Magic the Gathering, but the Black Lotus is one of the most sought out cards. It was one of the original pieces, and if you have one from the original deck, which they call what is it called? The something 6?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. I know.
yeah,
you
No,
know.
I
You
don't know
nerd.
that one.
The
just
I
kidding.
guess it's like
It's-
the original 6 pieces that they use for playtesting. If you have that one with the Black Lotus or all 6, you can go as upward as several tens of thousands of dollars. But the last ever sold recorded was $14K from what I remember for the Black Lotus.
But even then,
I heard there's a more expensive one now. It's the
I know
the-
which one you're talking about. The Ring from
The-
Lord
yes.
of the Rings. Yes.
that one is the went for.
So that sold for $2.6 million,
Oh my
and it was
God.
actually promotional for the Magic the Gathering, where it was for the Lord of the Rings, and it was obviously just one card of
Yes.
itself. And the transaction took over roughly about several months, where a guy pulled it,
I saw that video.
and there was a heavy collector who wanted to go ahead and actually purchase it for $2.6 million, and that was the transaction that happened.
That's crazy.
I saw the video of him.
And trading card games aren't the most.
They are not
even
on
in the top 10?
6. Not even
Top
in the
6.
top 10.
Oh
No.
wow. Okay.
You're gonna be really
For a hobby?
You're gonna be really, really surprised
Can I guess?
at number 1.
Can I guess another one?
Nah, I got
We'll
one
start
guess.
with-
You go ahead.
All right, go
Oh,
ahead.
I was gonna go like miniature models, like train
I have
planes,
I have one.
like model collecting.
That
Doesn't matter what.
that is not it.
No,
Can I throw in Beanie Babies? Are they still relevant?
They
collecting Beanie
they
Babies.
are, but they're not necessarily like
No, they lost so much
Yeah,
value.
they lost a
You
lot
never
of
know,
power.
man. There might be a cult still doing it. Okay, so they're not even in there. Okay, that
Yeah.
was my guess. That was my guess.
Yeah. So I'll tell you from the top. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Maybe we'll just do 7. Top 7. Okay.
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 So at 7, we have wine tasting.
Wine tasting.
You collect wine,
Okay.
which is very
Okay.
expensive. Yeah.
Yes, I could see that. Wine tasting.
Yep. And
Sure.
gather of what is the most expensive wine in the world.
Has to be from France. I'm imagining.
The record holder for the most expensive wine there is sold to date is the 1945 Romane Conti. And guess how much the price was? And this is the seventh most expensive
For a bottle?
hobby. For a bottle.
10,000.
No. If it's going to be more than, like, in the millions. Has to be.
No.
It was sold at an astonishing price. This is fucking drinkable liquid, dude. $558,000.
There it is.
Five-
At an
550
auction in Geneva, Switzerland. Half a
Even
mil.
if I had
550? That, dude, do you know how much fucking money you need to have?
even if I had enough fucking money to put through my toes, like that's I don't know.
Nah,
That's
man.
a lot. That's a lot, man.
That's a whole lot of money.
That's a whole lot
That's
for a
big
drink.
fuck you money.
Yeah.
Damn.
Really, seriously, and people and there's some people in this world that
Damn,
have enough
okay.
to do that.
I was about to say, like, shoe heads, too. Shoe heads get...
All right, at number 6 is sneakers.
There it is.
Oh!
There it
I
is.
knew it.
Okay.
Sneakerheads,
Number
yeah.
6
Well-
is sneakers.
Okay. Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, growing up, I did fall into that.
You did?
Yeah, with Nike
What was the most
SB.
expensive you have?
Most
Yeah.
expensive shoe I have.
You've ever had?
It would probably be my Jordan 11s. One of them. Yeah.
Okay.
One of them. Probably the Space Jams.
I'm not a sneakerhead, but I do have an expensive pair of shoes.
Do you?
I do.
What are they?
I do have the
Peter Parker replica
the
shoes?
Miles Morales.
It is. I fucking
Yeah.
knew it. I was just joking too.
I have the Miles Morales one, and I also have the second one.
Does it Miles rock like Nikes?
Yeah, but they're on Jordan alternates.
You have those?
I have those.
Oh.
How much
my-
are those now?
I have no idea.
I had an opportunity.
They were in
to
the
buy them
thousands.
I had an opportunity to buy them at retail.
Really?
With our other friend, his name's Justin,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, "Nah, I'm good, dude. That's your superhero."
You remember back in the day, people would buy shoes and they would just strictly line up in the morning and
Yeah.
resell them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still a
Just for
thing
the,
today.
they would
Still a
buy
thing-
like
Still a thing today.
they would when you go to the store. They only limited like you can only buy 2 or 3.
Yeah, because of those people.
Because yeah, the resellers.
Yes, yes.
That's
You-
crazy.
Do you remember there was this time when foam posits were a big thing? Nike foam posits,
Yeah.
right? And,
yeah.
and actually,
it's still kind of big right now.
yeah, but there was a time where someone wanted a Galaxy foam posit so bad
Uh-huh.
that he traded his car for it.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
For shoes?
yeah, this is true.
The
This is
episode should be
totally
called
true.
"Fuck You Money" because goddamn, dude.
He sold. It was like, but like it was a Honda Civic, but it was still a Honda Civic for a
For a
of
pair of shoes.
Galaxy foam
I mean,
posits.
shit, dude. If you're a collector, you're a collector, right? And I guess if you can dispose a car, that's crazy.
Do
Though.
shoes go up in value? I'm
Shoe-
assuming some do.
So, from what I understand, because one of my coworkers is a big shoe head,
Mm-hmm.
it also fluctuates with celebrities who wear them. So, if you see Travis Scott's wear a specific version,
The Astros.
yeah, obviously like an Astro, right? Or if you see him wear Jordans or even black Air Force Ones, if they wear that, it fluctuates.
It's going
just
up.
It goes up.
Yeah.
The price goes up.
Jeez.
Oh,
Oh man,
Yeah.
Holy
that's crazy.
All right.
I mean, obviously, we do know that, like, in terms of sneakers that are collectible within our range or in our
Mm-hmm.
lifetime, if we really save up for it,
Yeah.
the Dior's, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen those.
So, do
Yeah.
you know how much the Dior's go for?
No.
A single pair of Dior's. It's in the thousands.
This
Right?
is your territory. I don't know
Yeah.
anything about shoes.
No longer. I mean, I stopped dipping my feet in the shoe game a long time ago, but I'm gonna say in the thousands.
$15,000.
Yeah.
15
Oh my god.
for a pair of shoes.
Yeah, for a pair of
Look
shoes.
at you. Your shoes are probably worth in the thousands. You should look it up. You should find out. You should find out where your shoes are
For
at.
the Spider-Mans?
Yeah, maybe you can get your, get yourself a Civic.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone wants it, I don't know. I
Thought about it.
I mean,
Well, they seem to have gained or lowered, depending from what I see. Right now, some people are they're more expensive in price.
Mm-hmm.
They're roughly about,
then retail,
they're under $1,000 right now. They're at $950.
so they'd go down. Okay.
But you know what though? It's probably gonna go back up when the next Miles Morales movie comes out.
They're
Or-
probably gonna have another shoe. You know what's expensive? That our friend Justin,
Yeah.
he wanted to get the ones that were given out just for the staff, The Prowlers.
Yeah, the Prowlers.
Oh, those look sick.
That's a different shoe.
That's a different
he
shoe.
really wanted them.
The Prowlers, yeah.
Yeah, he really wanted them.
They were purple and black, and they had like
I would
pockets on the
imagine.
side. Yeah,
Okay.
those were expensive.
It's all about rarity, man. That's the thing. But that's the one thing I remember about the shoe game, right? When the shoe drops, you want to be able to have someone to plug you. So some people were able to get a shoe early. I remember back in the day in high school where someone would show up, someone was wearing the shoes that weren't supposed to come out until next week. How did you get that? That was the flex. The flex was whoever was whoever was able to rock those pair of shoes earliest, and it was a super flex when someone was wearing it when you knew it hadn't dropped yet. And I had a buddy that was like that. Like,
But how?
you have
You
friends.
had a plug,
You
dude.
have
Oh,
plug.
man.
You gotta have a plug, man. You have friends who can work their way through the stores and
They know someone that knows
Yeah.
somebody.
Yes,
That's how they
that's-
up
that's
the
the
value,
game.
though.
That's the
Oh
game. That's the
my
game.
god.
yeah.
See, shoes. Okay, I get shoes and collection of it, but that's.
You guys want to know just for shits and giggles what's the most expensive shoe? Now this is not a sneaker. This is actually just.
I
good
think.
shoe,
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, of course, guys.
Is it the Back to the Future shoes? Is it
No,
those? Okay.
no.
It's some high quality one.
It's Jesus' sandals.
Yeah. No,
Game
it's
worn.
it's actually a women's shoe.
It's a woman's shoe.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's designed by Antonio Vietieri. All right.
Oh.
The shoes are called the Moonstar shoes. They have a platform sandal silhouette with shimmering, shiny uppers crafted from materials including solid gold, diamonds, and even meteorite.
You walk up to the moon with that shit. Holy cow.
Well,
Okay.
actually, you do have a piece of the moon because it was made with meteorite
oh
in it.
my God.
Guess how much?
That's in the millions.
Millions.
$19.9 million.
And who owns these?
It was actually used for
And is she single?
See, that's
She's
real
single and
fucking
about to
money, dude.
Oh my gosh, man.
That's big.
Can I guess the next expensive hobby?
The next
And we should. I
expensive
think.
hobby?
I feel like we should know something about this. Has to do something either. Well, I have two. I have two ideas.
Okay.
Either DJing or photography.
Oh, that's a really good stab at my personal life.
Yeah.
So fuck you.
Yeah, what's that supposed to
Yeah,
be?
I'm just saying he's got fucking money. Yeah.
Sometimes. No, I got. Please be quiet.
Got my eye on you, chump.
I got. Please, you're
Sounds like in
loud
front of my
next
friends.
door. Buddy. That's all I got.
Those are expensive hobbies.
Well, okay. My question is within the.
That's what I'm guessing.
You've already named like within the top 7. Is there anything within the top 7 that we have like touched or like?
This next one, I can honestly safely say that routinely. Sorry.
Okay.
Routinely, Bogsy participates in this.
Oh shit! The sport. Wait. The sports car hobby is not even in the top 10.
Yeah, it's not on the top 10 though.
Sports cards. You.
There's a snake
What's going on with the sound?
coming through. Someone's tapping in, man.
Like an Airstream or something. Yeah, it
it's
might
gone now.
be. All right. Might have been.
It's something that I routinely do.
Yeah.
Fart? I don't.
He just admitted live on Ariel.
There it is. Hey,
Oh, no.
refer to this
No,
whenever
no.
someone.
Rewind, chat. That's something.
Chat.
That's something that I always get accused of. All right, and it's not true.
Right,
There's a camera. It's not true. All right, that's something I get accused of.
Says
It's not true.
chat.
Okay, so it's obviously not farting.
Yep.
Oh, gaming.
No, it's not. Gaming.
No, gaming's cheap. It's a cheap hobby.
It's not gaming. I'll tell you. Okay. If you have
Okay.
any interest in this, then you've probably seen how many celebrities and regular Joes partake in some of the biggest tournaments all over the world. That's gambling.
Oh.
I haven't put a parlay in a minute, but oh wow. Okay.
He's like,
That's one. That's one.
No, that's not one. That's actually number 5 out of the 7.
Oh my god. Yeah,
That's
yeah. I
5.
have
Gambling
partaken.
is expensive.
It is. It is.
Okay.
No, yeah.
I think
When you're riding high, you're riding high, baby.
I'm surprised that's not number 1.
I want to know what.
I'll-
Fuck 3 and 2. What's 1, man?
I mean,
I want to go down the list.
Yeah.
I want to see what it. I want to build
All
up.
right.
So let's talk about this a little bit.
Okay.
After that, there's something way more expensive. That's planes. People collect planes. That's big fuck you money.
What the fuck, man?
That is huge.
People
Egregious fuck you money.
Doesn't John Travolta collect planes? Or
John
he did.
Travolta can't even pronounce certain celebrities' names. I don't care about his plane collection.
Okay.
I'm worried about his memory.
That's true.
Planes.
Oh,
Cars.
Cars has to be.
What number is this for planes?
This one out of the, let's see here, 1, 2, 3.
D-Buster, if you had a billion tomorrow, like
Okay.
a billion drops in your account,
4.
you gonna start buying your own planes?
No.
It's at 5. It's at 5. Sorry. 5 at planes. At 4 is something that's one of the older hobbies.
Coin
That-
collecting.
No.
Okay.
That's actually a good take, though. I
Yeah.
think maybe you have done it before, Dave. Actually, both of you have done it. Horses. You guys horseback riding?
No,
Yeah.
I've never have.
You've never done that?
I've
You've never ridden a
done
horse?
that. No.
Have you ridden a horse, Brian?
I have.
Holy shit.
Horseback riding?
Yeah.
Like. Okay.
Yeah. You never ridden a horse?
No.
Huh.
I don't
Interesting.
plan to,
What's,
but
what's the
I
most
tried.
expensive, though, part of it, right? It's the upkeep. Because it's actually like a living thing, so it's very
oh,
expensive.
keep the feed and all that.
Yeah.
Guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Damn,
at
horses
3,
is more than planes, huh?
yeah,
okay.
at 3 is classic cars, which makes complete
Okay.
sense.
Yeah,
to me.
sure.
Yep.
Alright.
Travel. People travel, hobby,
That's two.
wanderlust, sonder. And then number 1, I think you guys should know this.
Wait. Guess. If you had to put a
Number 1,
yeah.
Yeah.
comic book collecting.
What?
No.
No.
After planes and horses?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't know, man. We have fucking moon crater shoes. So,
What, astronaut?
He's like, they better be on the moon. Actually, the moon's on her feet.
After travel, huh?
Yeah. It is the oldest form of hobby collecting there is.
What?
Yes.
what is it?
The oldest?
That predates a lot of these modern hobbies. That
Art.
people art.
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 Art collecting. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
The-
I could see that. God
The
damn.
most expensive art ever sold as of last year is the Salvator Mundi in the 1500s by Leonardo da Vinci. And guess how much?
Okay, so if we get the
200 million.
the moon
I don't
crater,
know. I'm just.
the moon crater shoes were 19. So this
I love the math here.
has to
Can't
be
wait for
Oh,
it.
there it is. The calculations.
50 to 100 million.
Oh.
50?
50 to 100 million, yeah.
Okay.
For that one art piece?
So you said 200 mil.
I said 200 mil.
It is at $400 million.
Jeez.
No way.
Last year.
It was
Yeah.
sold for that?
Yep, last
Who
year.
has that?
I'm telling
What?
you, man, this episode's called The Fucking Money, bro. That's
Dude, that's crazy.
I don't know what I would
That's
do,
enough
man.
money to buy a small country.
If I had that, I'd stay up every day just looking to buy shit.
If you had
If I
that
had
money.
if I had that money, man.
Are you thinking about the cards now, huh?
Yeah, buy all the cards. But the funny thing is about the sports card hobby is you buy. Okay, this is for me. I mean, fresh might have a different perspective on it. But when we get into the sports card hobby,
Yeah.
you get the biggest thrill of it is the chase. You hit a big team. Boom! I have a chance at the biggest player on that team, but it's not a guarantee every time. If you don't hit shit, then we have this little banter between all of us. Like, damn, I spent all that much just for all these common players. But when you hit, man, it's just like, oh my gosh.
Talk to me about that. I don't know card breaking.
Okay.
I don't know like what do you mean you hit a team? Like when you buy packs, do you buy
Right. I'm glad you're
Team
asking
packs.
this. No, yeah, I'm glad you're asking because maybe not a lot of people are into the
Yeah.
hobby. But within the sports card hobby, what a break is say I'm a seller.
Okay.
If I'm a seller and I have a box, and this box has it's a basketball box.
Okay.
30 teams are in that box.
Okay.
My job is to sell all 30 teams to whoever wants to come into that stream,
Uh-huh.
and say each team is like $10 at least minimum.
Okay.
People can buy in $10, and I can shuffle some cards that have each teams, or I have a wheel that spins and it lands on that team.
Okay.
That's a break. People buy in $10, but it's not always going to be at 10. When they see a big team still laying on the wheel, they will spend more so they can hit that team. When they hit that team, they get every player on that team. So once I open up the box, if I hit the Golden State Warriors, if he bought in and he hit the Warriors, he's getting every card for the Warriors in that
On
box.
that oh, in the box.
Yes. But the thing is about the hobby is this 50-50. You can either really go big or you can go home. It is gambling. So if I don't pull any Warrior cards for him, he doesn't get anything.
Then I get mad at him, and then I send the mafia to his house. I want fucking money back.
But if I do pull like a very rare, like like Stephen Curry autograph and a piece of his jersey, or numbered, those are all rare. Relics, autographs, numbered. He hits that, then to him it might be worth. It depends on who I hit. So that is a break. That's a card break.
Interesting.
Yeah. They do this for Pokemon too. They do this for wrestling. They do everything.
Yeah, they do for wrestling as well.
Yeah.
I
I don't know anything, but that's interesting.
I like it because I want to kind of work my way up into, and this is my long-term goal, to having a rookie Jordan. So if you don't know, rookie Jordan is upwards to 80K.
1986.
1986 Fleer rookie Jordan is one of the most expensive cards, But we'll get to the most expensive, all right? Basically, I'm working my way up to trade to specifically all that.
Okay.
Look at this shit here.
Is that in the video? Is that?
I hope that's in the video.
Well,
Look,
first off, they spelled that dot wrong.
2 T's, baby. Because there was
Two
only
C's, dude.
2 T's, baby, because we were the only two here at the beginning.
Podcast.
Okay. The top 3 most expensive cards sold. All right. Let's start at number 3. The 1914 Baltimore News Babe Ruth rookie at a staggering $7.2 million for a piece of cardboard. So number 2 is the 1909 to 1911. So in 3 years, the T206 Honus Wagner.
Honus Wagner.
All right.
He's an old player.
And the reason why for the
this?
Yeah. Do you know why he's so expensive though, Bugsy?
I'm gonna say
because he's a big baseball aficionado.
I'm going to say because they didn't make that many copies of that particular rookie card.
Not only that, but out of all the baseball, these back then the cards were actually sold a part of cigarettes. So
that was back then. They don't do that now.
Yeah, so they put the cards in the cigarette packs, right?
Okay.
So Honus actually hated smoking. He detested smoking. He did not like it at all. So he asked within those 3 years, take my shit out. So that's why it was made within those 3 years.
So
And that's why it's rare. And that's why it's rare.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so what's crazy, some people, if you find that card on the floor in some old grandpa's attic or whatever, some people have paid over $400,000 for a torn in half piece. Not the whole card.
Yeah, here we go again.
Really?
The fuckets
Yes.
are back, man.
Yep.
This is the fuck. We're
back in the fucking money.
We're at fucking money territory right now. Yeah.
The most expensive piece that has been bought was actually for $200,000. And obviously, this is the most well-known in the sports card industry is baseball, because baseball is one of the most longest tenured sports there is. It's America's pastime. The 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle. Yeah.
And that sold for $12.6 million. And the reason why that specific version sold alone
It's a lot of money, man.
is primarily because there was a person who saw the card and wrote it, and he was actually an executive part of a card grading company. Said that this is the most pristine version of Mickey Mantle's card I've ever seen. Signed it, got it notarized. So along with the documentation and the card, therein hence lies $12.6 million.
That's crazy.
There's actually an episode on this. If you go on Netflix, I forget what the guy's name. He's very famous in the hobby, but he pretty much he's a billionaire, and he pretty much has his own like company, and he sends people off across the world
to find
it like the rarest shit in the hobby. And that one of the episodes was focused on that card in particular.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the guy just gets anything that's
I forget
expensive?
I forget what he's called, man. But yeah, he pretty much he goes to find like the most rarest things in the hobby. And then he'll be like, I want this, and he'll send his employees out there. He'll fly him out. He'll fly him out and like, hey, offer him this.
So he has moon shoes.
Probably. He probably has a few of them, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's nuts, man.
He's got the moon shoes.
Yeah. But what's interesting, come to think of it, what kind of spiraled into this, on top of the Henry Cavill talk, was just more of like what hobbies or what other things that people find every single day that could actually be a part of what's expensive or what's considered expensive. One of those things that piqued my interest that I don't do, but I thought it was really interesting, is Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
Right?
Where's that ranked?
I thought about it is unusually high up there. Like, I mean, we're talking about like, so the second most expensive one is the 1968 Strawberry Over Chrome Mustang for $40,000.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought that'd be in the same realm as like Beanie Babies.
Beanie Babies. The most
I
expensive
would think
one.
so.
No, so I believe the most expensive Beanie Baby is like the Purple Heart Beanie Baby. But I can find you that information.
Were there like other things that were collectible, like Beanie Babies and something else?
yeah, Beanie Babies were up there. Beanie Babies were up there.
Hot Wheels, I guess.
I mean, I
There you go.
never knew Hot Wheels was like really up there in terms.
Was
of,
there any, like figurines or?
The most expensive Hot Wheel, just so you guys know, is actually a pink van, Volkswagen. And
Why?
It has surf. It's a prototype. So when they were coming out, it was the first time that they actually tried to do a minivan instead of a hot rod. Obviously, that's where they're called Hot Wheels, right?
Uh-huh.
All right.
So they tried to do a V&W Volkswagen. They put two surfboards behind, but then they actually realized when they were doing it that there was a weight displacement, so it kept tipping up. So there's only several of them in the world.
See,
So the
again,
defect made it.
Yes, and
the rarity, the defect, it all adds. To
and the pink one, I think they're called like the Pink Bus or whatever the case is.
the Pink Buster.
Sold
Look at
for
that. You should get it.
Pink Disco, whatever. Sold for $175,000.
You want to give me $175,000?
Only two in the world known so far.
You know what? I believe it. I used to have a Batman RC that I never opened. I used to have that, and I sold it. Some guy bought it for like a good amount of money. Not close to what
An
we're talking about.
RC?
Yeah. Something that you can drive.
Oh,
Yeah.
a Batman one?
Yeah.
With the Keaton?
No, it was actually the Batman with Pattinson, his Batmobile. It was
Oh.
I had a. It was top of the line. It was by. I think it's by Hot Wheels. I think it is by Hot Wheels. I never opened it. I just had it, and then but I had to sell it. So
The most expensive Beanie Baby that was sold is the Valentino Bear, and that was in 2021.
and I'm assuming that's rare because there's only a few of them in the world.
I mean, a lot of these things happen for that. For the Valentino Beanie Baby, I don't exactly know why it's the most expensive. I've seen it before though. It sold for $20K
$20K. That's the
for a Beanie
that's
Baby.
a fucking car.
If you had $1 billion drop in your guys' account tomorrow or tonight, I know there's one thing that you guys are trying to buy.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy my parents' fucking house.
Okay.
For
Good.
$20K?
Yeah,
For a down payment?
easy work.
$1 billion drops in your account.
$1 billion?
Tonight. What do you-
Oh,
Yeah, I'm paying for
billion.
everyone's debt off first, and then I'm gonna do the collector hobby
yeah,
shit.
yeah, that's getting taken care of first for sure.
Yeah.
Anything on your mind? Is there anything that you're like, that you've been looking to buy?
A better computer? I don't.
Fucking
I don't know. Oh, Warhammer.
fucking
Warhammer 40K. Get me into that hobby.
medieval Mike over here. I just want food and water.
Okay. All right.
Give me the food and water. I'll be okay.
All right.
I'm gonna
We're
get if
keeping
I
it
have $1 billion,
simple,
I'm getting one of the most expensive things other than art, because I feel like art can be more than $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
I'll buy like one Pablo. All right, then I'm gonna get the fucking most expensive. I'm gonna get the Dior's. I'm gonna get like one of the most expensive everything.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in a vault and just call it like the most expensive room ever, or something like that. Make it a museum.
Yeah. Turn it to a museum and then charge people to come in.
Yeah.
Oh.
See,
Yeah.
you're welcome, everyone.
There you go.
That's an idea. Okay.
It's a lot of money, man.
That is a lot of money. For hobbies,
Everything. All across the board, man.
The
collectors are crazy.
most expensive toy, because we're talking about Hot Wheels. I had to think about it too. I did a little bit more research.
Yeah.
GI Joes. The most expensive GI Joe, originally retailing for $24.95,
Mm-hmm.
$24.95.
is a GI Joe headquarters command center for $5,000.
$5,000. That's still a lot
That's
for a
stupid
toy.
ass money.
That's why they're still relevant. That's why they're still making movies today.
Isn't Legos worth that much nowadays? Like the bigger ones?
Legos are worth a lot.
I think Legos in general are expensive. Like,
The
you know,
big ones?
The
I know, like the fucking, like you take
The
24
Millennium
hours to
Falcon,
build or something like that.
which James probably owns. James in the background. I think he owns that.
the
Doesn't
Millennium Falcon is pretty expensive though. I'll tell you that. It sold the Millennium Falcon is sold at 849,
800.
but a Death Star or the Super Death Star is at $1,829.
he? I couldn't even fathom building that, man. I don't even have time to build that whole thing.
You do it in pieces.
No, I know you do, but
pieces.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, you gotta do like the base, and then you do the. I don't know. You know, I haven't built a Lego in a long time, so I'm not. I'm not gonna about.
So the reason I'm looking at the most expensive Legos right now. The most expensive Lego that there is called the Lego Space Command Center,
Oh, I heard of that.
and
I
that's
have heard of
worth
that.
approximately
It's the NASA Space Center.
$10,000.
Oh,
It sounds like to me everything is revolved around the moon. We got the moon shoes, the Space Center. What the fuck's going on with the hobby in space, man?
To the moon, baby.
To the moon, baby.
So, launched in 1978, its visual styling is supposed to influence a lot of the modern sets, which is why it's such a heavily
wait.
coveted hobby.
It was It's 1978.
In 1978. That's why it's $10,000.
That's the year you were born, Dave.
No.
Just kidding, guys. He's
Shut the hell up.
he's born in 1999.
Okay. Well, goddamn.
Yeah,
I didn't know
good.
Legos were freaking 1978.
Yeah. I mean, that $10,000, I think over time, inflation with, like, you know, things in influence
Oh.
start early. So basically, what we needed to do was just buy shit early and hold it.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
It's all
there's
hindsight, though.
Yeah.
It's all hindsight, man.
it's
Pokemon
always
cards.
hindsight.
We haven't even talked about Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah.
That's what's crazy.
I don't-
Wasn't like the most expensive one like a defect Charizard?
The Shadowless
Shadowless.
Charizard.
Shadowless
yes.
Charizard.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Like first edition defect, and that one was
What is a
Hell,
shadowless?
expensive. Oh,
Can
no.
you explain to the chat?
So, to the chat. There's a chat.
there's a chat
There's not really a chat, guys.
The
But
viewers.
I like to call the viewers
or
a chat.
the listeners.
Yeah.
So, to our listeners here at podcast at 3 Dot Podcast, Shadowless is basically there is a drop shadow around the borders of each of these Pokemon cards.
Yeah, it's around the box.
When we say Shadowless, there isn't a drop shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so merely it's considered a defect because the artist forgot to put it in, or there was art direction changes, and then the shadow was put in thereafter. So in 1999, there was a specific base set. Those were actually playtest versions, from my understanding.
Okay.
So when
Another defect.
yeah, I mean obviously,
defects,
but
dude.
the thing is though, the Charizard, even at its time, even till now, is still considered one of the strongest cards there is to play in the game.
Sure.
So, I mean, if people who don't even know Pokemon know that the Charizard is like one of the strongest cards.
Have you
Okay.
guys? I knew that, even though I never even tried playing. Have you? If you guys, I know you guys have.
I've played
it. yeah.
I've played Pokemon.
I'm one of the ones that never played it. I did attend like matches just to see.
Uh huh.
But no, I was more of like, oh, I'm trying to get the biggest hollow. That
Yeah.
was me when I was a kid.
As of 2 days ago, a graded 7.5 of a Shadowless Charizard was 1,329, and it grades from 1 to 10.
1,000.
So it's
At
not-
a it's not peak.
It's not peak. Exactly,
It's
that's
not
the
at
point.
the
Oh
best.
boy.
At a 10, I mean, we're
I'd
looking
imagine
at-
it'd be like
yeah.
in the hundreds of thousands.
Yeah. Actually, the most expensive Pokemon card there is it's called Illustrator Pikachu.
I've heard
So
of that. one. Yeah.
I don't know if
yeah.
you guys know anything about that or not, but
That one, I think it was one.
it
right?
was one.
It was like a one of a
exactly.
kind.
It was actually given to the winner of a illustration contest in Japan, from my understanding.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So there's like several makeups of each of the Illustrator card. It sold specifically PSA 10 of 2022 of $5.2 million.
Ugh.
That was bought by Logan Paul.
Okay.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a.
Yep.
He's
He
a
has it. Oh,
yeah.
he wore that around his neck and like
he has
No,
a book.
that one's a different one.
that one's a different one.
That one was a
Okay.
Charizard.
That
That
was
one
a
was a Charizard.
That he found out was fake, mind you.
Really?
So he just broke that shit. He was pissed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
I
Somebody.
didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Somebody duked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone duped him.
Someone duked him, but it was probably. But it was probably
real.
pocket
The 5
change.
million one was
The 5 million Illustrator set was actually made for that. It was a one of a kind, one PSA 1 Illustrator Pikachu, And the reason why, it was released as a promotional card for Kokoro magazine with its iconic promos, and all of it was that. So
Do you question, because there might be people listening in and they're like, man, I don't want to be in any of these hobbies. Do you have to have money to get into these hobbies?
I think you need time. I don't know about you.
I think like if you want to get into like photography or things like that, a lot of people, or at least a lot of people say like, yeah, just
'Cause a lot of
start
these-
shooting,
Right.
shoot with your phone, shoot some, and then just you build up to it, and then the money slowly accumulates over time.
Right.
Because once you're like, all right, I need better lenses or whatever, then you'll get like a stronger camera. A lot of the times, especially when like I hear stuff about 40K, a lot of them just like just buy your first army, start with that,
right.
and
Same
then
thing with Magic. Just buy a deck.
yeah,
See what happens.
yeah, and then over time, yes, the money will get there,
Uh-huh.
but it's not like a lump sum at the front.
Got it.
It's just an overtime thing that you
Right.
just put money into it, that you'll slowly build your army, you'll grow into it, the time you spend into it, and then you start enjoying it.
I feel like there have been some people within any hobby who have like said that they'll never spend this amount of money, but then through over time, they just realize like, oh,
I spent thousands on
Yeah.
doing something.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't even want to know how much I've done through the sports car hobby. But-
Yeah, if you think about it.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
To wrap things up, though, real quick, let's talk about some unusual hobbies.
Okay.
All right. Top 6 unusual hobbies.
Oh.
Now, we're not talking about the most expensive, but
This
let's
is
talk
just the
about
weirdest stuff.
the weirdest shit you could possibly like fucking collect.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on to your butts. What's number 6? Just guess. Throw something
Booger
out
collecting.
Hair collect, like celebrity hair.
Oh.
there. That is so weird. That is some weird shit.
Yeah.
So number 6 is drain cover spotting.
Huh?
That's a hobby?
Yeah. Some people look at birds. Some people look at animals.
Oh, bird
Some
watching.
people look at
Oh, okay.
drain spotting.
Bird
Okay.
watchers.
Yes.
But train covers.
But I have seen. I don't know if this is relative. I don't know if this is relative, but I have seen people taking pictures of like of drain covers that look like happy faces. I don't know. That's. I don't know if that's relevant.
Okay. I mean,
some
maybe similar.
Some
Okay.
people just do drain
But that's
cover
weird.
spotting. Yeah.
Okay.
The great thing about drain cover spotting is that you can do it pretty much anywhere, just like a lot of these unusual hobbies, except for one.
It
that I
sounds
read.
real cheap and affordable.
Yeah. So maybe it goes the complete opposite way, from like hyper expensive to just.
That might be a
Super
good. That might be a great.
cheap,
That might be a
simple.
good thing,
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
So that's.
So number
Oh, man.
5 is something that I actually had a lot of interest in, but I found it could also be really relatively hard. I haven't tried it yet, but I piqued some interest and did a little bit more digging on it. So number 5 is called geocaching. Does anyone know what that is?
Yes.
You guys know what that is?
geocaching.
I don't know.
I know geocaching. That's a fun one.
Yeah, so it's a giant treasure hunt. Basically, it's in real life. So you can go to geocache.com or go to specific websites, and all you do is you download the app to your smartphone, and it tells you there's certain locations, longitude, latitude
Oh.
of all these geocaches, and people participate all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
And some people place very easy geocaches, like in the middle of a park, or some people place very intricate ones that are like hidden within a
Like
tree.
puzzles.
So you have to
Yeah.
go to those actual locations.
Yeah.
And if
Actual
you are on the
locations.
spot, you get geocache.
You don't get, it's not money, not geocache. Caching is like cachet.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like pretty much it's you have to find something.
Like
And
cache
there's
and
a lot of
cookies.
times there's like a note that you just write your name, like I found this, and then you
Yeah.
put it back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Yeah.
sounds fun.
So
Yeah.
geocaching is like caching cookies.
Got it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like the real hard ones are crazy out of the way.
There was one that I recently saw in like a YouTube short that they had it, and someone thought they were in the right place, but then a signage said, "You're close, but you're not here yet." Like,
Oh,
so-
they knew that
Yeah.
you're. Oh.
Yeah, and then you had to like pull certain knobs and find a magnet to find a key to unlock it.
Yeah.
And then when you unlocked it, there was like a minion from Despicable Me pop up, and he goes, "Ba ba ba ba."
And
ba,
people
ba, ba."
actually plan this shit, man. That's
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
Oh damn! Yeah.
Yep. And then number 4, one of the more unusual ones. The UK participates in this a lot, but we don't.
Oh.
And in fact, specifically in 2010, they had to ban it due to health and safety concerns.
Rolling down the hill.
Yes,
It is.
it's called cheese rolling.
Uh,
So
I just guessed.
yeah. So
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Cheese rolling is basically where you throw a wheel of cheese, Motherfucker, go get it. That's literally
Really?
That's literally
That's a hobby?
Yeah, that's a hobby.
I can't, man.
Okay.
What are we gonna do today? Let's go roll some cheese down the hill.
That honestly, that sounds like a fun time if you're drunk.
Yeah.
Like I'm just with you guys, like yo.
Hey, let's roll some cheese down the hill.
Yeah.
Roll it back up and do it again. All right, what's the next one?
Bubble football.
Huh?
Yeah, football zorbing. So like the
Oh, Zorbs.
Oh.
Yeah, Zorbs.
Zorbs. Yeah. Okay.
We almost did that.
We
It got
almost-
too windy.
We almost did it, but it wasn't even open. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was open. It was
was?
too windy.
Okay.
Remember when we were all setting up and
We
they're
got
like, we
blown
gotta
away.
wait. We
Yeah,
waited there
yeah.
for like, long story short, we were in New Zealand. We were traveling. They had like this,
We'll have an episode on that. That'll be funny.
yeah, we were like this bubble, whatever. We checked it out.
Zorbing is when you're in a bubble encased.
Thing.
Some
and
people
just
may
rolling
say
in it.
you're absorbed.
Okay, next one.
See that? But yeah, we almost did it, but we didn't do it though.
No.
The next thing is extreme ironing.
What? Is this one?
No, that's two.
Extreme ironing, like
Like fucking ironing your clothes.
Okay. Hey, they can make it extreme anything.
okay, yeah. I've seen extreme like hacking with like
With a hatchet?
with a hatchet, and they're just like
Yeah.
cutting stuff.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
I thought that shit was fake, but then I'm like, wow, these guys are
There's
really taking it
competitions,
serious.
yep.
Like, there's no way, dude.
That is true.
Okay, so that's two extreme ironing is two.
And then for number one, it's I don't know if you guys heard of this term, but a formicarium. You know
What?
that is?
Formicarian.
Yeah. In short terms or in layman's terms, it's called ant farming.
Oh.
As one
Okay.
unusual hobby.
I wouldn't say that's unusual.
Really?
For ants?
I'm scared of ant farming. Can you imagine an ant breakout like at your house?
It's
like,
horrible.
an
It's the
ant-
worst. It's the worst.
Have you
Okay.
done it? you sound like
Yeah.
Bugsy sound like you've gone through some war stories.
No. I don't do any ant collecting, but I have had experience of like an ant breakage at the house where
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, you just see a trail of ants, and then you just gotta deal
Yeah,
with it.
there's a certain way to take care of them, man. But yeah, if you don't do it right, they just keep coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, that concludes our hobby episode.
Oh.
Or specifically, most expensive or fuck it money episode.
Yeah.
The fuck it's.
You guys have
The
any
fuck it
other
money.
questions, concerns? Any
No.
statements you guys want to say?
Well, I mean, guys, if you're gonna, join in any hobby, do it right, do it safely, and make sure you got money for it. Because if you don't, you could fall through a pit, and it'll be pretty hard for yourself to get on that. Or you could do something for free, like
think
collect
you're-
ants on the moon.
Go roll,
Um,
roll on a hill, baby.
You could do that as well.
Roll cheese wheels down.
Yeah, roll cheese as well. But if you do have any hobbies that we didn't talk about and you'd like to share it with us, please do. We'd love to read it.
Instagram,
we'll talk
all
about it.
that. Yep.
Share your experience with us as we've shared a little bit of ours with you today. So.
So, thank you.
Oh look,
Oh.
Chaotix playing a cheese rolling video on the side. Anyways, guys. Oh my.
Oh.
Anyways, guys, my name
right.
is Bogsy, and to my right.
I am D-Buster.
And I'm fresh.
And this is the 3 Dot Podcast, where the conversation does not stop. We will catch you next time, guys. Take care and try rolling down the hill.